Today we have some tips for you on the 2011 and 2014 Dodge Challenger. In the interior here, it's a pretty standard interior for Dodge Challenger. We have nice cloth seats, but we have our armrest here, our center console armrest, and it's a pretty standard one, you know, it opens up like it's supposed to. It's got a 12 volt in there, right there. But did you know that your armrest also slides out? Yeah, it's kind of a hidden feature that they have on these cars. You may already know that, so don't give me any bad comments, but it's kind of a neat thing.
I'm going to tell you how to get rid of the annoying chime sound for your seatbelt. And it's a really simple process. I'm doing this on a 2014 Dodge Challenger. However, this will work on other Dodge vehicles and Chrysler, Mopar, all those as well. What you're going to do is make sure your car's off and your seatbelt's on. Go over to your ignition here, and then what you're going to do is put it in run mode. So that means you're going to hit this button twice or turn your key twice. So okay, now that it's in run mode, you're going to look at the seatbelt sign and make sure it turns completely off, just like that. Now once it's off, you're going to go back to your seatbelt here, and then you're going to unhook it and then plug it back in 3 times relatively quickly. So just like this. Just like that. So that's 3 times. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn the car completely off. And then once you turn the car off, you'll hear a chime, which means that the process worked. So let's see if it worked. Okay, you heard that chime? That means the system worked. And now that chime will be gone. However, I do recommend that you please wear your seatbelt whenever you're driving. I'm going to show you how to get the hidden EVIC menu on your Dodge Challenger or Charger. This will work good on base models since they don't usually come with 0 to 60 or digital readout of the speedometer, at least for the 2011 and below models. So first what you want to do is hold the up button right here for 10 seconds and then quickly downshift to the second or the bottom button right here for 5 seconds. And then that'll get you your hidden EVIC menu. Now you have to be on the main menu first in order for this to work. Alright, so let's try this out. So hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then quickly go down to the other one for 5 seconds. And voila. There you go. Gives you the digital readout of the miles per hour. And a couple other menu items here. Oil pressure and all that. Temperature. Digital readout of the RPMs. Speed. 0 to 60. So this is good again for the base models of the Dodge Challengers because they may not come with a digital readout.
In your back seat, of course, this is our seatbelt holder, right? And you just get that, you do that, and then you have your notch back here. You also have one right here to help you pull the seat up. But your back seats are typical back seats, right? But there's a handle there, and there's a handle there for a 60-40 split on your Dodge Challenger. So you pull that handle and down you go right into the trunk. You can add some more storage in there and then pull that back. That's the 40 part, and then that's the 60 part. Just pull that handle and that one comes down. The trunk of your car has a couple of interesting things. Let's open it up here with the button right there. When you come in here, there's a little handle right here for you. Pull it back and then pull it up. It slides right into here. There's kind of a groove here on both sides. Your battery is in the trunk of your car, as well as a fuse box. There's also one under the hood in the engine compartment. So these two things are in the back of your car, as well as your spare, which it should be. It's typically what a car is. And instructions for your spare should be in here also. So that's kind of a unique thing for the Challengers and Chargers. They both have their batteries, which are really huge batteries, in the back of the vehicle. So that's a convenient way to lift that up and have it held in your trunk. Most cars have their cabin air filter behind here, but ours doesn't. You have to go into the hood. So let's open up the hood. Here's your hood latch. right here. Got a little tar on it. Pull it up. So on the passenger side, you'll see this right here. And this houses, just pull the tabs, your cabin air filter. And right there is your cabin air filter. And it's not very hard to get out. This top kind of pops out. Just push it up like that. And then you can take your cabin air filter out. And it's always a good idea to change it out so you can have clean air in your car. And this goes back very easily. I'm doing it with one hand, so look at this. You just pop that in, pop that in. Now, while we're under the hood, here if you want to check your brake fluid, it's kind of hard to do underneath there, so they have a little compartment up here, and just pop that off. And there's your brake fluid. So you can check your brake fluid and fill up your brake fluid if you need it. And just put this down. Of course, this is your reservoir for your coolant and your other air filter, your intake air filter. And there you have it. Some tips on the 2011 to 2014 Dodge Challenger. If this video helped you, please click like and subscribe to our channel so we can show you how to make more fixes to your cars. Thanks for watching.